You're listening to Collective Practice, a podcast for mental health entrepreneurs who dare to dream, create, and grow your business. I'm Lauren Spalding, marriage and family therapist and business consultant. I'm on a mission to create abundant success for those in the helping profession who strive to tear down barriers around mental wellness and create healing opportunities for all. Thank you so much for joining me in today's episode. Let's jump right in. Welcome to Collective Practice. Today we're going to be talking about defining your niche in the mental health field. Now, one mistake that a lot of therapists make is that they define their niche based on a population. So some therapists might say, I specialize in working with men and men's issues. Some therapists say, I specialize in working with couples, or I specialize in working with new moms. And you might wonder why you're not getting your ideal client on your calendar, or why it's taking a longer time to fill up your calendar. Now, what you actually want to be doing is defining your niche not based off of a population, but more based off of what is the problem that your ideal client is wanting to work on with you, and how are you helping them to solve that? So I'm going to pull an example from a consulting client. I worked with someone who wanted to market group therapy, and within that, this therapist wanted to market men and working with men's issues. Now, as this person was figuring out how to advertise the group and how to speak to potential clients about what they would gain from the group, this therapist found themselves stuck in the wording around getting their ideal client in the door and in that group. So when I invited this therapist to market the group based on their niche, they ran into this issue of just labeling it as a population. Well, I want to work with men, and I want to work with issues that men often come to therapy for. And I met that with a gentle challenge. What men? What type of men? What kind of men's issues are going to be addressed in this group? And as we explored that, I threw out a few different examples of men's issues that could be addressed in therapy. Is it deep feelers who want to expand the idea of intimacy with their partner and learn ways to regulate and communicate emotion? Is it workaholics navigating work-life balance? I mean, there are so many different reasons that population could be coming into the therapy office. So you can see the flaw here is that by identifying as a therapist who serves only a population, you aren't popping into people's mind when someone calls them about a specific therapeutic issue. So rather than saying, I work with new moms, that's a population that I love to work with, I want to niche, what are these new moms coming into my office to work on? So I would say I specialize in working with new moms who are navigating finding their identity again as they are emerging into motherhood. All right, so that's a pretty good niche. That means that as I network and as I market myself online, people will start to put me in their head as being a referral for new moms who are navigating self-identity exploration. But I want you to take it even a step further. How are you going to help your ideal client solve that issue? How does your therapeutic approach lead them to their goals around the issue that brought them into the therapy room? I might approach it from a behavioral therapy stance where we are creating a plan for specific behaviors that new mom can engage in order to express herself through hobby, through community, and in ways that are not attached to parenting. Or maybe I'm going to approach this client with an expressive therapy model where we're going to use creativity in art and writing for her to just freely, openly explore identity outside of just being a new mom. Or my third option maybe is that I'm going to use an introspective approach. And this is how I market. I'm going to be using the IFS therapy model, which is all about exploring your internal relationship with yourself. So now I'm not only plugged into someone's memory as a therapist for new moms, specializing in identity formation, but also they're going to have an idea of how I operate, how they can describe to my potential client the ways in which I can help them reach their therapeutic goals. So when a client calls someone who might refer to me, that person can clearly describe why I'm an ideal match for that client. So what I want you to do is think about your current specialties. What is one population that you really enjoy serving as a therapist? What is the therapeutic issue you see that population commonly walking into your office with that they are really wanting to work on with you? And how do you typically approach that therapeutic issue to help them navigate reaching their goals? And bada boom, you have your elevator pitch for your niche when you're out there networking or marketing yourself online and people ask what kind of clients you want. Don't be afraid of your niche. That's what's going to get you not only a full calendar, but a full calendar of your ideal clients that you just enjoy working with. And those general needs that people have that brings them to therapy, those are still going to be knocking at your door. You're still going to have someone who wants to work on anxiety calling you because something in your profile spoke to them. Even though you may not have been marketing, say, a single young adult in college, even though that potential client might be looking at your website and seeing that you specialize in new moms and identity exploration, this client might be thinking, okay, well, I'm not a new mom, but I really think identity exploration is important right now for me, so I'm still going to call this therapist. So go forth and conquer. Find your niche and market it. You are going to be so happy with the results from really defining your passion as a therapist and seeing that ideal client contacting you more and more. And if you are looking to explore this more and go even deeper with marketing your niche, be sure to check out the Collective Practice Mastermind. You can find the sign-up sheet at my website, laurenspalding.co, under the Links tab. I hope to see you there, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. As we wind down from this episode, take a moment to reflect on your key takeaways. How can you care for your business and yourself this week? Don't forget, you are awesome and worthy of a hugely successful career. I hope to help you and support you along the way. I'll see you in the Collective Practice Facebook group and in the masterclass. Visit laurenspalding.co for more details. Talk to you soon, friend.